Hi, buddy, and welcome to the show. So we're just doing a nice live stream during the day. Should be a bit of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying going to hang out, and we'll just probably go for about an hour and just check out what's happening with the market and there's a bit of a softening and stuff like that. So we'll check that out and do a bit of audio test it up front. So I hope you guys are doing well. And let's go for gold. All right, so straight into it. We have been, no matter what the market does, we keep spreading the word and educating new people to Axion. So pretty cool. All plans are full speed ahead for the next week or two. So exciting times for us. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to look at quite a few topics today. Some new topics. We're going to look at some crypto news as well. We're going to look obviously at the markets and prices and things like that. So hopefully it'll be entertaining now. Look forward to your comments in the chat, just what's happening with you and all that sort of thing. So check that out. Let's just quickly do a quick wrap up of the price here. I'll respond to some comments as they come in, but look forward to your views there, and we'll probably pick up a crowd over the next hour and can talk about Axion and crypto in general. So yeah, the prices are 00038995. So it has dropped down below the Fibonacci. So we're going to check that out. Let's just do a full screen, and we'll check that out on the price chart. We'll scroll it back to the beginning, and let's go have a look at that on the Fibonacci. Obviously, a bit of a retrace in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so let's have a quick check that out. So here we are. That's a 61 is at 0004.1 on this particular chart, and so we've just dropped in below that at the moment. So let's have a quick look at what we are below. So we are down. We're down, 48.5% off that peak. So that's an interesting mark there. So 61.8, 41 is where we're at. So we're currently at 0008,995. So let's quickly go back to the volumes, check that out, and we've got the volume is sitting at 744,000 US dollars last 24 hours. Still got a nice looking healthy pool there. Total liquidity just under 7.2 million. 37,713 transactions in the last 24 hours, which was pretty good. Let's quickly go down into the little nitty gritties. Check out some of that volume there. So we can see a few cool candles here. We've got a bit of a little volume candle at 0004. We've got another one at the 0044 mark, and that's where we had another decent volume candle there. So 78.44. So you can see some of those transactions going on in here. So what dipped us below the 4? Let's quickly jump back in the queue there. Just going back. So it doesn't take much to actually move it either way, and up or down at the moment. So here we are. We went. So it's 152. So this is only an hour and 10 minutes ago. We dipped below that 0004 mark. And hit the Fibonacci pretty much, or actually a little bit earlier, an hour and a half ago. What time is it now? Just over an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes ago, is when we hit that broke below that 0004 mark, and that's where we are. We've got a bit of a green candle here, bouncing off at the moment, so we'll see where that heads. We've got obviously. Let's jump to Hex. We're going to have a quick look at Hex. So once again, we'll check that out. So Hex at the moment is looking kind of bullish, 0001,369. So we see that they keep bouncing off the top there. It looks like they're on their little fourth bounce, not as big though, and looks that pretty bullish. They went up and almost hit 1.15 cents. So that's a very bullish sign there. Let's see whether they get their breakout. If they do break out, could be big gains in that in the short run, particularly looking at between probably 4 and 10 cents, somewhere in that mark for the next breakout. Pretty bullish for that, so that bodes pretty well. We've got Ethereum at 1,584 US dollars, so that's come back quite a bit from 1,820, 850 or whatever. Obviously the high was just over 2,000, 2,040 or something. So 1584 is that. The Gwei has been high too, obviously with the pullback, either way going up or down, we get a lot more activity. So people selling down a little bit. So grey, medium grey is 186 at the moment. So there's a bit of a wrap up of the pricing for Axion, the market generally. And I think Bitcoin was down at 52,000 US dollars. Once it broke that 55,000 US dollars, that really was an important milestone. So we'll just quickly check that out. We'll pull that up as well. So wait for that one. Welcome to the chat anyway, everybody. It's good to see you here, and we'll obviously keep building an audience over the next hour, and we're going to just talk about prices, what's happening in the market, crypto news and stuff like that. So we'll check that out as long as things load up. But Bitcoin here is at 52,000 US dollars, so that's on CoinGecko. Let's have a quick look at that at the moment. So it's a bit of a red day. You get red days, but once it broke that 55,000 US dollar, it looked like it was going to be on a short-term bearish stand, as it were. So let's have a look there. So there's your 30-day view there. So just a bit of a pullback on that, and dropping below that 55 mark. You can see we had that support resistance at the 55,000. Can you see that there? This is the last month, so if we take the last 14 days, see that might be a bit more pronounced. So here we're at the 55, see all the little dips at 55, so that was really quite a critical point there. And if we look at the max, the stereo, look at that staircase there. So still expecting a third wave. I'm still in that camp of a third wave, so we'll watch the space on that one. We'll see what the catalyst for that will be. We will see. All right, so welcome. Great to have you here again, and we're going to move on to Mines. So obviously been expanding onto new platforms. So Mines has been going quite well, and so on there at the moment. So if you're not on Mines, you can get on there. I've got you can see that we're doing this stuff here is on a lot of different crazy stuff, but it's really good to attract attention. Did one here. Elon Musk tweets you can buy a Tesla with a car with Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin, buy and stake Axion. So got 524 views on that. Here's this one here. The VCA 4 press release last night, 526 views, and looking good on that. How to make money online. Axion's top 5 principles, 122 on that, and we've got some really good ones on there, so that they're moving along, and that's just gaining pace. Axion marketing, 560 views, and there's helping someone out there. 1 Bitcoin, buy and stake Axion, 1,900 views on that one. So really doing nice. I think the slogan says it all. 1 Bitcoin, buy and stake Axion in that order. I think that's pretty cool. So that had almost 2,000 views. So we're just building up. Only been on there maybe 5 days, something like that. So we're just building up that audience, and over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be pretty exciting to see that growth. So that's just one of the many platforms that's been building out that we're moving on to. So pretty cool on that. Let's quickly check Axion today, look through some of those stats before we get on to some crypto news and some of the issues going on there. So we'll have a quick look here. We're up to 276.7 billion total supply, 66.8 billion liquid, and 209.8 billion stakes. So almost 210, looking good. And our stakes 75.84, which is higher. Now I did see that Jax gave an announcement yesterday, and the staking he had up at 82%. So I'm not sure what the difference is there, how they're calculating that. Our crypto rank 524. And there's our stakes, pretty similar, those numbers, and our market cap just dropping down to 37 with our obviously price retrace. We've got our regular auction at the moment on, 4 hours and 46 minutes to go, but truly sold out, obviously, especially with the changing in the market price. 26.7 ETH bid there for 100 million, so 41 to 42. Well, it's changed a little bit more to sell out, but it's basically sold out. And Axion buybacks have been 84 million. So if you're not familiar with the regular auctions, we have 5 of them a week, and they have just over 100 million in them, and 80% of that Ethereum that goes into buy Axion in the auction goes to buy Axion on Uniswap, and that there is then given back to everybody that staked Axion. So if you staked Axion, you'll be getting a share of that based on the number of shares you have. So it's pretty cool. So it's worth 32,000 US dollars. You can see that there's also the auction price is 2.85% cheaper. It does start off at 10% cheaper, so the auction price is 10% cheaper than the Uniswap market price. But if it gets sort of over, if it goes past 90%, it starts eating into that discount. But you still get a 10% discount if you use a referral code. So if you do that, then you still get a 10% on that. So potential to earn up to 20% better than market. So that's the way that goes. Let's have a quick look at wallets. Now, wallets is a big key because we're looking at marketing, so we want to check that out. Now, before we do, we've got 447 billion shares. That's the main number you want to think about, and it's the amount of shares that you have versus those shares. It determines how much of the reward pool you get. So that's Axion and Wrap Bitcoin, and obviously the minimum 8% per annum that you will receive in the year. So we've got 76.52 billion max shares. That's climbing pretty steady, pretty nicely, and we're onwards to 80 billion, which is our next target, and then after that 100 billion. So we're really getting up in those stake numbers, 5,358. That's looking really good. That's really good. We know that in the last 15 days that we've probably had about 5.2 million new tokens issued, but we've had something like 12.4. Sorry. Let me rephrase. We've had about 5.2 billion tokens issued, excluding today, and we've had about 12.4 billion issued. So that's almost a 2.5 times the amount of minting. So it's pretty awesome to see that. We've had 28.5 Wrap Bitcoin given to stakers, and that's only in 4 venture capital auctions. So we have venture capital auctions twice a week, and we've had 4 of them so far. We're going to have 104 a year, and already 28.5 Bitcoin, almost basically 1.5 million US dollars has been given out to stakers. So that will be affected once it gets into your on your staking platform under your stake page, or if you withdraw it to your wallet, the price of Bitcoin then goes up and down. So if you think Bitcoin's going to go up 20 times more over the next few years, you just hold it, and it will just go up 20 times in value. That's how it works. But obviously we've got a bit of a pullback at the moment, down to 52,000 US dollars, so it pulls back a bit. But once you've got Bitcoin, hold on to it because Bitcoin's rare, and it will go through price cycles. But I strongly suggest you hold your Bitcoin. It's pretty neat. And the other alternative, of course, is you can reinvest it into Axion and get more Bitcoin back. So if you want to maintain a share percentage or whatever you want to do, that's another thing that a lot of people are doing. So people already cashed out of that 28.53. 14.45 has already been pulled out, which is 750,000 US dollars at the moment at the current price. Obviously, if Bitcoin goes higher price, that those numbers go up. So pretty neat. Also, with your standard stakes, you get daily payout in Axion per million shares, and the day 130 it was 67. So that's not too bad either, not too shabby. So let's have a quick look at the wallets. That's what I was trying to check out in here. I think I missed that tab. I'm not sure what tab I went. I went to the overview tab. So I just need to go to the analytics. And we had 55 new users today. I think we had about 273 yesterday, which was a great result. That's what we want to get. We got 11,169 active users, and we want to get that up to about 35,000 users in the next couple of months, probably 2-3 months. So that's where marketing ramps up. That's what we want to see. So exciting stuff there. And we've got 523 users in the last week, which is fantastic. We want to get about 2,000 is my estimate to get to 35,000 active users. So pretty exciting. Things are heading in the right direction, and we want to see those numbers just continue to slowly build. They'll be uneven as they go, but we want to slowly build those up with all the marketing that's going on, and it's ramping up for sure. All right, so that's that. We checked out the overview of all that. So we checked that out. And the auction, and that's pretty much it. So let's quickly go to the Axion staking platform. So it's the official staking platform. The other one was the Axion Today dashboard, which are both are very useful. And we can see that a 90% sellout of today's regular auction, and you can see that up the top here is a regular auction. 80% sold out. Sorry, 9% is a sellout because that if you go to 100%, that includes a 10% auction price discount to market that you get as a benefit. There's 2 benefits. And the other one is the referral benefit. If you use a referral link, you get 10% more Axion. So there we are, and so we passed that already. We're at 41.6 at the current market price of Axion, which is 000, just about 00039, around that mark. and so we got 41.6. So a full sellout would be the total available. That's there, which is $42,554 worth of Axion, which is 110 million. And so we're not far away from that at all. Our buybacks obviously are there. We've already seen that. Now, yesterday we had our fourth venture capital auction. We had 255.92 Ethereum in that. Fantastic. And you can see the third one just below there. We had 245 Ethereum. And that gave up some awesome wrap Bitcoin dividends. So I'm just loving those wrap Bitcoin dividends. Those keep coming in. Really nice. So pretty cool. Let's just quickly jump to the news before we get into the crypto market stuff. Hey, Shane Walker. Hey, guys. Just good to see you in the chat there, Shane Walker. Welcome. And let's go to the news up here. And we're just going to check that out. We had some. This was after the fourth venture capital auction. This is what we got. The auction has from Jack. So he's the CEO, the founder. The auction has sold out ahead of schedule, and liquidity has been relocked. So that's another important notice, is that the liquidity on Uniswap has been relocked for 180 days. So it's six months, and that's on team.finance. So it's a sort of a quasi custodial, secured way of doing it. Very transparent. And over 1.5 billion US dollars in wrapped Bitcoin has already been paid to stakers, and our staking stats are stronger than ever. And that's really amazing. So no matter what happens with the price and the market with Bitcoin and with Axion, how it's moving around, the actual underlying performance measures for Axion are stellar. They're fantastic and they're heading in the right direction. So there we are, and we got 32. Well, at this time, it had 32 billion stake for 1,500 days or whatever. Sorry, for 15 years. But we know that from the Axion Today dashboard. I think we had that number. We got 76.52 billion. So that was on that one. Let me jump back there. 82% of the entire Axion supply is staked for an average of that amount, which we looked at. So the strongest staking stats of all crypto, hands down, easy. So pretty neat. And that was some early results there that were on there, and he just highlighted that on the update. So it was pretty nice to see that on the chat, and a good public release from the team. And I think there's a little bit on there at the moment. Marketing time, lads, says Carl Mijay. So yeah, like I said, marketing's wrapping up. Got to be patient with that and let's let it layer itself on. And they're still doing a little bit of testing as well around ad copy. So yeah, let's just refresh that Bitcoin. Check that out first. Welcome to all the new viewers watching. Obviously, going to build a bit of audience over the next hour. So we've already been going for 17 minutes, so definitely another 45 minutes, something like that. All right, let's have a quick look at some of the news that's on. Obviously, Axion is in cryptocurrency land, so we'll see where that's going. Obviously, the big news was Tesla starts accepting Bitcoin payments and will not convert to fiat, so that's very bullish for Bitcoin. So that was really nice. We've got the DeFi, CeFi convergence and explosive growth are coming, so that's pretty neat. Blockchain.com valued at 5.2 billion. So stuff there. Sales and income rocket at South Korea's biggest crypto exchanges. And crypto education, time for Bitcoin. People dumps Ethereum for some reason. And Vitalik Buterin and that talking about NFTs. So quite a bit of talk about NFTs at the moment. That's non-fungible tokens. It's basically making some special electronic feature with certain special or unique features on it, and then you basically package that up on the blockchain as a smart contract, and you can sell those on NFT exchanges. That's basically what they do. Yeah, NFTs are selling in the millions, but how do you tell a diamond from a dud? That's the thing, is that not all NFTs are created equal. So I imagine there's going to be that sort of 80-20 rule, where 20% of them are really valuable and 80% of them decline in value over time. So just be wary of what you buy in NFTs. Obviously, probably the most advanced NFTs in the world by a long shot is a Phantasma chain. That's the Sol token, and KKL token. Those are way so advanced that you can break NFTs down like a car. You can break them into car parts, and then take different car parts, put that car back together and sell an NFT, or you can just sell the parts as NFTs. Pretty advanced, and it's cross-chain as well. And the speed is blockchain 3.0. I mean, it's got fast, 5,000 transactions or more per chain. So that's why our Sol, if you have seen it, it's been rocketing in value from like 2 cents to 70 cents, something like that, 72 cents. So pretty interesting there. and stuff going on there. So NFTs and altcoins. So this crypto news is definitely pushing that. We'll just probably out of these articles probably have a quick look at the Tesla one in a bit more detail. I did obviously add in Angle and Axion with this one. The leading Tesla has basically come out on promises, and you can see Tesla's the only is using only internal and AMP. Oh, here we are. Here we got them. You can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Tesla is from Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world, pretty much. Tesla is only using internal and open source software and operates Bitcoin nodes directly. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. So that's how bullish he is on that and making that. Obviously, they made a big investment in Bitcoin. I think it was, I can't remember the amount, but it was pretty large. So there we are. And there's proof here. So you've got online, so you can, I think there's an ad that you can do. So let's have a quick look at that ad there. So someone's 1,500, someone looks like they're going to buy it. And then, yeah, Bitcoin down the bottom there. So you can see that you can actually order with that. So it's pretty neat on there. And we did it. You can now buy Tesla with Bitcoin. All my words are colliding. Apple Pay plus Bitcoin plus Tesla. So there's some fun stuff going on there. Lots of people excited about that. So that was pretty cool. Let's jump from crypto news to cryptocurrency news and check some of that out. So we've got some of the headline stories here. Will crypto surpass gold as a reserve currency? That's pretty interesting. California's leading the future of America's crypto economy. How to protect your Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin halving, how the miners are faring so far. I think a lot of people want to get rid of miners because obviously they tend to dump a lot of coins. I think at the moment though, Bitcoin miners have been holding Bitcoin, so we'll see what they do with that. What price level they trigger their sell-off of their own Bitcoin. They do have to pay for their electricity costs, and there are some, Bitcoin Cash guys and Chinese miners and stuff like that dominating that space. Obviously, some Russian ones as well, but up there in the cold weather. So we'll see where that heads. Understanding cybersecurity risk of Bitcoin, preventing Bitcoin fraud. A lot of around security. Now, it's very important that if you've got your seed keys for your MetaMask wallet, don't give them out to anybody. If you see someone doing an airdrop and that maybe they might be copying Uniswap exchange or something like that, don't put your seed keys in. Don't do it at all. That's just a trick to get you log into their system, you put your keys in, and they're pretty much somehow monitoring or recording what you're doing, and you basically they're going to get your keys. So don't do that. That's really important. There's lots of scams out. Even on YouTube, they'll set up a whole YouTube channel and it'll look like it got comments and views and all sorts of stuff. You check the thing, it's only got two videos. Both of them are scam videos, stuff like that. So just avoid all that stuff and just go through the official channels. You often see that the website too has got a slightly different suffix on it or something slightly different with it. So it's really good if you know that you've got a legitimate site that you've saved it to your favorite so that you're going back to that again and again, so you keep yourself safe from that. It's very important. So we actually might talk about gas as well, gas fees just quickly, how accepting cryptocurrency could save your business money. Goldman Sachs wrong about Bitcoin. Now Goldman Sachs plays both sides, right? So officially they say something, but really all their trading desks are work in the Bitcoin markets and the crypto markets, right? At least with the top premium coins like Binance Chain, stuff like that. So I don't take too much out of those guys. Bitcoin price hits 2-week low, garnering interest from smaller investors. So that was an interesting article. So we might check that out. Let's have a look at that one, a bit more detail. To quickly check the chat there. That's all good. So welcome everybody, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for further videos. Obviously, there's lots of great videos here on about Axion, covering all the topics from auctions to staking to mining liquidity. I'm going to do more on mining liquidity. It's quite an interesting place, but it's definitely is probably the more high risk, high return aspect of Axion's product offering. So Bitcoin fell by 9.8% last week, registering its most significant weekly decline since mid-March. The currency hit a 2-week low of 8,000. Oh, how old is this article? Am I in the right year? Oh, it's wrong. It's the wrong year. So I don't know why this article is so old. So that's a bit weird. So we'll jump out of there. Let me have a quick look. Let's will crypto surpass gold? This is October 7th. I think this site's a bit old actually. I think something may not have updated the site. So it's a bit of a shame. It's one of my old favorite sites, but I think it seems to be out of date with its blogging. All right, we'll exit that one because that one there is pretty out of date. So we'll go back to this one, and we'll go back here on this one here, and we'll find the other article that I was looking at. Yeah, when you see the Bitcoin price is 8,000, that's got to be an old article, right? So we've got some, yeah. So South Korea's a huge in crypto, so that's no surprise there. Let's have a look at this. People dumps Ethereum. We'll check that out. Obviously, the higher Ethereum fees are changing a few behaviors from quite a few different players that are sitting on top of it. So we'll see that. Adoption news. Most wealth managers and financial institutions are still in education mode in cryptocurrencies. So I've said this a lot of the time, right? That a lot of them only got access to cryptocurrency and stuff probably from January last year. It takes at least 2 or 3 years for you get a lot of them to pick it up as part of their portfolio offerings or part of their risk management. So most wealth managers are still education mode cryptocurrencies and are still getting to grips with the technology, but demand for the emerging asset class among larger investors has grown. The boss of mutual fund giant Fidelity Investments, one of the big ones, institutional arm Mike Durbin, told Reuters they know what they are doing. More importantly, their end investors base also knows what they are doing, but the vast majority are still in education mode. That's the case. And Durbin's added that thinking that the growth rate of Bitcoin digital assets will grow in the wake of broader alternative investments, real estate, private equity, and hedge funds, as these will likely increase in popularity. That's actually pretty accurate, so I think that's pretty cool. Famous American magazine Time. I don't have much time for the Time magazine, but will accept cryptocurrencies for digital subscriptions, so you get stuff like that. And private pay web browser Brave, this is actually pretty decent news, aims to integrate a dedicated Binance Smart Chain, a BSC wallet soon. So there's a bit of a shift to Binance Smart Chain, Cardano, and watch space on that. According to the announcement, BAT is now available on BSC as Wrap BAT. This is what looks like Wise Token is also doing, is going to be relaunching onto BSC and other chains like that. So that's interesting development there. Yeah, so pretty interesting stuff. And then there's NFT news. Obviously, prominent digital artist Mike Winkelmann knows people told the New Yorker that he converted his ETH received for his historic non-fungible token sold at Christie's. So Christie's is a big auction house for 69 million. Can you believe it, to USD? An NFT for that? That's amazing. I'm not remotely a crypto purist, he was quoting as saying. So South Korea's gaming social media company Engine said that they are aiming to bring sustainable NFTs to the fourth largest gaming market in the world, beginning with its largest social gaming platform, Game Talk. So you could probably check that out. So some of those gaming ones is definitely going to explode. You obviously got Engine, Wax at the moment, and like I say, but their blockchains are still quite primitive compared to something like Phantasma, which is like 3.0 on that. You've got a lot of investment stuff happening here. The people are actually fundraising. Look at this 5 million pre-series A funding round. Included the venture capital fund, and so the investment follows a $3 million round. So people are looking at spending stuff like that. Robinhood, so they've got a few issues. The Robinhood exchange, BTC institutional fund. Now it's effectively the total expense ratio of funds prior to Bitcoin will reduce. They've got a lot of technical stuff. It's not that too exciting. You got blockchain, conglomerate Mitsubishi, and one of the nation's biggest telecom operators have announced that they will co-build what they call a digital transformation platform. So it's pretty cool. And you got a bit of regulation news there. So not too bad wrap up there. Let's have a quick look. Go back to Axion. We've got the price is back at 00039. So let's watch that one over the next wee while. Obviously the market, like I said yesterday, I got asked by I think Tracy T what I think the price thing, and obviously I said that BTC is really, Bitcoin's really like the ocean that all the rest of the crypto boats are floating on, and if it sort of has a storm or lowers or whatever, then it does affect all other boats. So the best way, of course, is building a better boat. That's the way it works. We haven't really seen any decoupling. That's basically there's a little bit of decoupling, obviously, with the Hex. Looks like it's potentially going to decouple, so we'll watch that one on that. And they've moved a lot of their liquidity. About 3/4 of it's gone to the US dollar pair, which was in the lead up because I think Richard Hart thought that they were that the markets were needed a little bit of breather. So that's what we've got at the moment. Hey, Alex K, except Hex, it dances to its own tune. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. So Hex is kind of doing its own thing. The other thing is that on other sort of news is that Richard Hart was talking about forking off Ethereum, and yesterday he asked for people to DM him some names for the new Ethereum fork. So if you want to do that, you can go and DM Richard Hart on that one. He's ahead of the game. He's ahead of the game. He gets it, and he does give good warnings to people. And I like people that are direct. He's very direct. So it's good to hear him give us words of wisdom. I think he's actually, in my view, I think he's the #1 strategic thinker on the planet from that point of view in cryptocurrency space. Now you can do technology. You've got people that are technology geniuses in blockchain and applications, software development. But in terms of the strategic view over crypto, I think he's probably #1. But happy if you've got any others that you want to put in the comments, let me know. It'd be great to look at those. Yeah, great to have you on the chat too, Alex. Alex is one of our 2 mods, so pretty cool. And yeah, so here we go. We've this price just tracking along there. I've got also the Hex price there. I thought that'd be cool. Hex actually reached to 1.5. That's kind of bullish for Axion too in time. Axion's obviously a lot younger, but well, we've got 130, about 131 days of auction so far with the new token, and with Hex, they've been around just about 1 year, 4 months. So it's going to be interesting to watch the 2 journeys of these what I call value tokens. In other words, there's certificate of deposits with the share rate and a lot of other features on top. But Axion is really separating itself out as more of a mutual fund as well. So offering multiple dividends of different cryptocurrencies, which I think is pretty exciting. So I think they're talking about also altcoins not too far away. And that may be part of the existing venture capital auctions, or which would kind of make sense, or they're going to think about the onboarding aspect of that as well, which I think is very important that they consider the onboarding of altcoins, because if you're going to offer altcoins, then that's a very important thing. You want to attract all those audiences as part of your general marketing and sales plan. So pretty cool. Hey, I've got a video on the branding that Axion's doing, so you can check that on this channel. It looks at the branding, and that's pretty interesting as well. Looks like our price is coming up a little bit there, so it'd be nice to get back over the 4 zone. I'd like to get back over the 61.8 Fibonacci, which is about 0047, 00041. So not 7, 00040, 00041. Get over that mark, be quite nice. Now remember, if you didn't see, we talked about yesterday. We talked about Scott Press. Price prediction back on the 10th of March, I believe it was, where he talked about his original price prediction was 1 cent sometime this year, I believe, and now he's revised it to 3 to 5 cents based on Punkonomics, which is by Brian, the Axion's strategy and marketing director, and so that's pretty neat. Obviously, the net staking metrics are looking phenomenal. Towards 12.4 billion versus 5.2 billion, I think was the number that we had on there. We can quickly check that out again. Let's see it from the horse's mouth, as it were. So we'll try and find that now. Punky came quite a good updates yesterday. He's got this piece basically relax with the price, because obviously price moving around. Just relax there. How do you know? So there was a few fudsters in the chat earlier today. Obviously, when the price pulls back, people will get, the fudsters come in. We have quite a mature investor users on the platform, but you always get a few in crypto that you know, when pump, when FUD, that type of thing. So you get a bit of that. So he was responding to a few of those. I'm fully staked and enjoying the BTC. Some staking some way for long term, using the rest for bills. Nice one. He's a pretty relaxed dude. You've seen he's got a YouTube channel, Punky Nomics. He's got 3 strategic videos on there. It's well worth watching. Go check that out. I've got the link in the my channels tab on this channel. You can go see his channel. Let's see, I was trying to go back to. I think I might have to go a bit further there. Let me check that out. Can you believe there's a whale with 16 billion shares? Can you believe it? There's a whale out there with 16 billion shares. Actually, that reminds me, we're going to look at something about whales. So most of the whales are in the whale team, the whale group, or in the on the board of directors. And there's quite a few sharks in there as well. Those are big accounts. But there are probably half a dozen at least that are outside. Let me have a look. I'm trying to still find this. These numbers. I'm pretty close to it now. I think we're getting there. We're almost there. I think we've got one more. Let's go back one more page and we'll find it. Yeah, so here, I think this one here. So check it out. Also, another stat to cheer you up in the last 15 days. This is yesterday, and is that we have minted 5.3 billion tokens in that time frame, and over the last 15 days, and we have max staked 12.5 billion. Those are great results, folks. Those are really great results. We are literally outpacing minting with max share staking, which end up with burned. So everything that gets, if you stake on Axion, all those tokens get burned, and you get them back at the maturity date whenever your stake matures. So if it's 15 years, you get them back at 15, plus all the interest and dividends that you've accumulated over time, which would be massive. And basically, pretty much, if you stake out for 15.2 years, you'll end up, or 5,555 days, you end up getting approximately 3.5 times more shares than, say, 1 year. So you get 20% bonus per year. So it's just slightly over 15 times 20%, 300. So just slightly over 300% plus other bonus. So it's pretty neat. Better than 2.1 right now. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely better than 2.1. So that was pretty awesome news. Great to get those number insights. Hey, Alex got a couple there. When he said it's time to move liquidity to USD dollar instead, it looked crazy at the moment, but now it seems a good decision in hindsight. Hope this BTC dip is not going to be too ugly. Yeah, I thought it was common sense at the time, so I thought it was actually a good move. I got that completely, and looking at the price chart, that made sense. But I do pretty confident, maybe even after a couple of days of just a quiet thing, that we've got a very good chance of getting that third wave for Bitcoin. So that we'll watch out for that one. But at the moment, definitely a slightly bearish tone at the moment for Bitcoin. Hopefully, Axion will decouple as well in case this dip continues. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. 16 billion shares is damn impressive for a whale. That's huge. Let's have a quick look at some other whales that I've been tracking. So I'm tracking these whales as I find them. I did have a couple more, but I accidentally deleted the accounts off. But these are ones that are not really staked. They're the ones that I tend to watch. Because we've got most of the whales, I think, are staked pretty heavily, if not fully, then a good 2/3 or half. So we'll quickly check out some of that. It's just interesting to see some of these accounts. So here's 4 of them. Let's have a look. Look at, there's another dolphin just came in, 2 million basically for 15 years. Pretty stuff, cool. I love these notifications. They're really quite cool. So here's one 08E83. Let's have a look at that one. Go to the overview on the Axion Today dashboard, and we'll have a quick look there. I think I have to scroll down a bit. No, where's the it's not showing. Oh, sorry, on portfolio. Sorry, wrong tab. So let's go there. So they've got 2.6 billion staked, worth $1 million US. They've got nothing liquid. They've accrued 60 million Axion in interest, worth $23,600, and that's up 1%. Their last payout was $238. They've had a bit of penalised interest, 92 million penalised. Wow, $36,000. That's amazing. So that probably did unstake there. So the average stake length though is only 3.35 years. So that's why I've got it on my watch list. And I only estimate there's probably half a dozen of these around, maybe slightly more. I don't know. I'm just basing on the numbers where somebody said, I think it was Punky or somebody said there was 42 or something in that 40 mark. But the majority, probably 80% or 75% or something, were in the whale group. So those are rough numbers. So don't hold me to that, but that was just, I remember seeing that. So this person owns just below 1% of all shares. So that's pretty staggering. They got 4.4 billion shares. There's 447 billion shares. So pretty interesting. The average stake length, of course, for all of Axion stakers is 5 years. So these guys are below that. And they are getting a small amount of Bitcoin because they're not staked full out. Imagine staking all that full out, that would be huge. That 4.4 would jump dramatically. So we'll check that out. So they're on 173. They've already withdrawn 0.24 Bitcoin. That was $12,600. So not too bad, shabby for them. And obviously they make some huge gains back in the old days when we had the mega auctions. They're making some pretty gains. So they've got a lot of short-term stakes here. September coming out. They've got a couple in March coming out. There's the smaller ones. December, I think it's December, oh no, April, sorry. Got these American orders, so 15th of October. So they've got quite a few coming out in October. Yeah, March, May. So lots of scattered around short-term periods. They do have 150 million, 200 million. What's that? 200 million out for 15 years. So they've still got quite a lot. They've got a bit out there for 2024. So a bit of a mix there. So yeah, not so long. They could get up to what's that? Probably another 6 million extra shares or something. Despite that, probably yeah, a bit more to that on top. That's the bonus. Not talking about the basic shares. So that's that whale. Pretty interesting. And let's have a look at this other whale here. So that one was this one here. So that one was had two. Let me have a look. Had 2.62 billion. This one's got 1.82 billion. Now there's basically staked. They've got 0.8%. So these are some of the bigger ones. 10 years staked. So that's a bit better than their last account. That's twice as double average. They got 3.66 billion shares. So that's what they got. They got withdrawn already. 0.224 Bitcoin, $12,800. So pretty nice. And you can see that they've got, what's there, 500 million, 36. So they've got 500 million staked for 15 years. Pretty nice. That's a good amount. Another 100 million there. They've got $1 billion here coming out in 29th of March. So that's the vast majority. We'll see what they do with that, eh? Hey, Alex, we'll see what they do with that $1 billion when it comes out in March. So this is a classic ladder whale, not max shares kind. Yeah, true. And then we've got a third whale here that I'm watching. Let's see, I can't remember. I think they're all whales here that I'm watching. I'm trying to gather them as I find them. This one here's probably a big shark, really. It's a big account, though, still pretty big, 669. Yeah, it's a shark there. And so they got 0.43. That's not too far from 0.5% of shares. They could easily get more. They're staked for 8.47 years, so it's better than the last one we saw. Oh, no, not better than the last one, better than the first one. And they got 1.95 billion shares. Pretty neat to have $1 billion behind your number. So pretty cool. And their Bitcoin, they've withdrawn already $7,000 worth of Bitcoin. So not too shabby for these guys. That Bitcoin really is a great incentive. What we got here, so 25. Just having a look at their 36-year one. Presumably a lot of 24 coming out there, 23. So they've got a sort of a medium, a near-term medium, short-term medium, I guess, not near-term, short-term medium. There's 2022. Lots of different stakes. Look at that staking ladders, like massive. Then we got the 36. So they must have done this early on. I'm gathering. What's this for 22nd of January? So done quite a few of those early on. Trying to see whether, man, they've got a huge staking ladder. That's the good thing they're so big, because otherwise the gas fees really add up, and so forth. So, man, that's huge. I'm pretty sure that's the live one. So, oh, that's just let me go back up there. Man, this accounts. That's active stakes. 87 active stakes. Oh my goodness. Do you see that, Alex? 87 active stakes. You can just find them on Etherscan in the holders list. Yeah, you can. But I don't know if that shows all the staking stuff though, Alex. It just shows the liquid stuff. Unless that's the staking page. Let me pull that up. Yeah, that doesn't have to show the liquid though. Doesn't show their stakes. Yeah, so you've got a couple of these that are they're liquid amounts, so they show up the liquid. But if they were all fully staked, you wouldn't see anything. Because this is just a liquid amount, 95.8 billion. So you can see that on the. If we go to the overview at the top, we can see that we've got 66.8 billion liquid, but that is excluding the Teams wallet. So that there minus the Teams wallet, which is this 29, is the way. So 29 plus that other amount is what you consider staked, I guess. So that's probably included in there now. Previously on the states page, it was separated. They were added together. So 66.8. Oh, 66.8 plus. What's that? Basically 29 equals 95.8. Yeah. So that's the addition there, Alex. So on here you can only see the liquid ones. So if a whale was fully staked, you're not going to see them. But you're quite right. What your point you're making is that if you want to know where the liquid ones, then just use these accounts. So you're quite right on that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's actually a contract, so we'll take that. We've got 1, 2, 3. So 76, 25C, and 50F, I think that is. So let's go back to here. FF2. What's this one here? This one's got, let me just go back to portfolio again, this final one, 4.4 billion. So that's FF2. I'm not sure if that one's, oh yeah, so this one's fully staked FF2, so it's not going to show up there. So Alex is saying just liquid, what does it want, which is what we want in whales. Liquid whales are more interesting to watch. Yeah, they're the ones controlling the price most of the time. That's true. So it's not a lot of investors say, oh, the gas fees are high, complaining, which is fair call because we want people to be investing. But on the other hand, it's just like when you're talking about the price, though, it's a lot of investors do make an impact after a while, but really it's getting those bigger wallets in there that really move prices. But you want to have don't want to have it too top heavy. Because then it can get a bit rough. So yeah, so there we are. We've got 1, 2, 3 there. We've got a contract, obviously, and then you're getting into this mark here. So number of things used to be up in like number 3 spot. He's around about this big, but I think EDF is his one. That's not around this high anymore, I don't think. So EDF. Pretty sure EDF is his account. Yeah, I don't see him around now. He was doing a bit of trading. I don't see it there at the moment. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's the Teams wallet at the top there. You can see that from time to time they do a couple of transactions on the Teams wallet. This is the Axion Foundation wallet. And you can see they do a couple of trades every now and then, but not very often. 22 hours ago they did one, 38 million. But typically any couple of days. They obviously do get most of their funding from, they get 20% from the 5 regular auctions, and 19% of that goes to the team for costs and marketing. But they also get 5% of the wrapped Bitcoin out of the 2 venture capital auctions, which have had 4. So that's quite a cool model. And Axion, yeah. Some of my friends in Hex were worried about all these large bags from early days when people with many billions of tokens. Yeah, well, it's always a fair comment, isn't it, Alex? So it's not unreasonable to think that. And we've had a couple of those have actually done it. One whale, a couple of sharks around the launch of the VCA. So they're all trying to time think that that's the the best time to time the price, and so that's what they've done. They've actually, you know, that's obviously not the best when obviously net selling from them it's not the greatest, but they've, you know, that's their thing. I don't mind them, they might take their profits now. It's better to take their profits now than later, and also as long as they don't get into the chat and start, you know, skiting around, that's bad form. But you know, it's crypto land, we get used to that sort of stuff, so that's what's happening. So so here's the Hex, is not looking pretty good to me, and obviously Wise pretty much follows Ethereum up and down, and obviously they're looking at doing the BSC chain. Axion's just slowly climbing back to that 0004 mark, so hopefully see that happen. I'd like to see it plow back over. Oh, just as I said, that little cell in there. Hopefully see that plow over there. So EFF, that looks like one of those big ones I said, isn't it? EF, you know, FFE. So we just got these little ones going around here at the moment. There's a big decent buy there, BCH. So, and then what have we got here? So yeah, the auction. Oh, that's moving around just slightly there with the US dollar value as the price moves up. That's interesting to watch with the auction. Our next venture capital auction is not far away. It's only one day, 28 hours away until our fifth ever venture capital auction. So that's pretty exciting. We've already got, I think we've got the highest amount in there. We've got 1,026,000,000, almost 27 million in there. I think that's our highest one, 14, and yeah, that'll be our highest one that we'll have up in the venture capital auction. Will be the one on Friday, which is the 26th of March. That's our number 5 VCA, or VCA number 5, however you want to put it. So it's going to be exciting. More wrapped Bitcoin coming in real time to you folks. So if you do get staked in Axion, you'll get that wrapped Bitcoin. If you stake 15.2 years, you'll get well over 3 times more shares, and you'll just keep earning it indefinitely up to that point. So pretty cool. Obviously market conditions change, so just take that into account. But with the sustainable marketing and the awesome genius team that we have, it's looking pretty cool, and the community is getting very vibrant, so it's pretty cool. All right, so short term not great for price, but helps new people get in. That's true. So a lower price helps people get in, and you can get more Axion at lower prices, so it's very good. 4 cup patterns in a row in Hex, each one smaller. Pretty chart, yeah. Patterns, yeah. I saw actually Richard talk about that with the 4 peaks, saying you know, how that's sometimes they say it's not the best time because normally you get 3 peaks, but Hex chart's looking really good. So that 4th peak could be gem. I'm expecting it to break out. Have been telling a few people for some time that that's looking good. A bit of accumulation phase going on in here. So nice, especially that day. Yeah, that big green candle there. Boom, boom, boom. So I haven't seen too many of the Origin wallet transactions, although I don't follow Hex as close as I used to. So I haven't seen many of those type of Origin wallet boostings, as it were. Axion's boosting as the venture capital auctions. That's a super boost, pretty exciting. And as you get those net staking over time, that's going to have an accumulative effect. So it's pretty cool. And we get the more customer numbers on, really get that exponential thing moving. It's going to be fun times when that moves. People will just go, oh, but I thought, you know, and then they say, oh, I should have bought it cheap when the bags were cheap. That's what they always say. And then they go, oh. So they miss out a bit. So yep, so still expanding on, as I said, expanding onto Mine's platform with the marketing, and that's going quite nicely. That's being stepped up all the time, so more views and stuff like that, so it's going pretty good. What have I got there? I've got 431 subscribers now. That's pretty nice. So you can pretty much say that if you got if I got 430 subscribers, then you can get like 20 to 30 views on that. So what's that? That's like maybe 10%, sort of upwards of 10%. So maybe 8 to 10% views based on subscribers. And then, but the cool thing about the platform is that you can boost your posts, and that reaches a wide audience. So it's pretty neat. This one here got looks like it's got about 140 organic, and then it's got about 500 boosted on that one, so it's pretty nice. And I've got it pinned to the top of my thread, so it's pretty cool. I actually might unpin that now and remove pin, and I might actually pin this one here, and there we are. So if I refresh, that'll probably reboost that. Get some hex stakes maturing next few weeks. We'll probably get more action with that as well. Yeah, I've got one maturing as well, Alex, and I'll probably be looking at picking up a lot more Axion bags with that, so that's pretty cool. I've just got my wrapped Bitcoin accumulating too, so it's just sitting there accumulating until it gets enough that I want to do something with it. And I've got obviously two options: just holding it, which I'm very in favor of, or buying more Axion, which I'm also very in favor of. So that's competing things. But if the prices stays down at this level, then definitely is a very attractive thing to do, because I know what's coming up for Axion. It's going to be pretty awesome. And once again, I'm going to be on the Axion Today show coming up on Friday US time, which is 2 p.m. my time, and on Saturday. And I'll be probably doing my launch of new platform, part of the ecosystem of Axion Token. So it's going to be three parts. Obviously, the top part is the YouTube channel. Then the next part is going to be the next thing I'm launching, and that's actually got two components to it. And then the third part, which I'll be working on after that. And then obviously just keep upgrading everything and getting better at it over time. And obviously promotion, just doing far more promotion. So doing promotion on regularly on between 4 or 5 platforms, but I've actually probably got close to 10 platforms that I'm doing promotions on. So it's going nicely. And I just added Twitter yesterday, so it's just the beginning. So hopefully to keep developing that over the next couple of months, just to target the crypto community and investment community on there. So that's just going to take a bit of time to build up, but I've been fairly successful at doing that in the past. So I don't really like Twitter for anti-free speech, and it's really a leftist echo chamber now, but it's got a very vibrant crypto market audience, so that's what I'm really on there for anyway. So all my personal stuff's now on free speech platforms, but for Axion Token, I'll be on everything. So pretty cool. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so that whale's got 2.45%, and I think this is probably the second biggest whale, Alex. Probably this one, probably second biggest, because there's apparently one bigger. And I think it's that one with the 16 billion shares there. That's got 10.11 billion shares, but that one with the 16 billion. I don't know if you know the address. Do you know the address, Alex, of that big whale? Don't know. BTC. Do you know any good gas price sites for BTC? No, I don't, Alex. Two-time a Bitcoin transfer for cheaper? No, but Richard's probably a good person to watch some of his videos on that, because he talks about that all the time. Get some hex stakes maturing next few weeks. Yep. So that's pretty cool. So let's just do a quick wrap up for our hourly thing. We're on 57 minutes, so we'll just do a quick wrap up. So like I say, Hex is looking pretty bullish. I'm expecting a breakout, and if that happens, that will be somewhere between 4 and 10 cents probably, and it'll be interesting to see how it holds that up. Once it gets there, obviously people start, if they got liquid. A lot of people are staked on Hex, so I think it's about 9.5%, and then a lot of the rest of it's predominantly in the Origin wallet probably, and so it'd be interesting to see how that works. So it's actually gonna surprise the market really, and then obviously people get a certain value of it, but they can only get a certain amount out as well because of the liquidity that's in there. So it's all pretty much designed for that. But I've pretty much staked everyone. I've in my inner circles staked. Alex says he's staked. The Axion Today people are staked in there, so it's looking pretty good. And we can obviously, if that pumps our bags, we can obviously buy more Axion as well, get more wrapped Bitcoin. So pretty nice. And obviously the Axion price is just trying to make a new attempt to move higher a bit. So pretty cool at 000395. Hopefully that gets to 0004 over there, gets over that mark. And yeah, so pretty neat. So the auction rate at the moment, 4 million per ETH on Uniswap, 4.1 million on auction rate, and yeah, typically not really promoting the 10%. You can get a 10% bonus if you go in there, but obviously at the moment these are getting over, like sold out or oversold. We've still got 4 hours to go. People still seem to trip in there, and so lose lose those referral bonuses plus or part of it, and then part of the auction price discount as well. So looking really good though. These are great results, good results getting these sold out. Just easy peasy these days, especially the regular ones. And we saw the news, a bit of mixed up there. That obviously highlights the big Tesla doing that. Pretty neat. And we're wrapped up with this Bitcoin at the moment. It's gone back over 52. It's sort of coming back a bit here. So look at the chart. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a comeback. We'll see where that heads over the next day. I didn't actually check the stock market. That's very important. The sort of follow stock market, crypto market, sort of then Axion. It sort of flows in that way. And obviously, what's sort of driving, because it's all about asset portfolios. And people, when they get rich on the stock market, they got more money to play with, so they start spending it on cryptocurrencies and other things like that. So pretty cool. And here we are with our leading stuff here. Pretty neat. So I'm going to be back on Discord. I'll probably see you guys on there. I don't see any Crypto Paul's on there from Axion today, so you can probably check him out on there. Pretty cool on that. And Call Me Jace, talking about marketing a bit earlier. So lots of stuff going on Discord, so you can definitely catch you up on there. And then here's the new show that's got me on it there, so you can check that out. So I'll be on the show, and you can catch me there. There's my new promo on Axion Today show that'll be on Friday US time. So let me see if they got the link posted for that. Don't know if they have yet. Let me. There's lots been happening on there from the looks of it. So let me just pull that up, see if I can get that pulled up. Just a moment. What else you got in there? I find this whale, see how much he has liquid, and then find him in the Etherscan list. Best site I found so far for BTC fees, says Alex, is bitcoinfees.net. Okay, I'll check that out. Might as well pull that up while we're at it. So just pulling that fees up. So there we are. There's Bitcoin fees. Satoshis, less than an hour, less than 20 minutes, 75. Is that real? I thought it cost you like 25 bucks or something to move Bitcoin around. Yeah, so let me just find this other channels. Let me check this out. Axion Today. And yeah, it's not on the show yet, but that's coming up. Yeah, so when it's actually not posted on their promo yet, but they'll probably be up pretty shortly. When it is, I will get that posted on the community posts so that you can check that out. So that'll be fun. Hope you can look forward to seeing me on there with the new launch of the new platform. It's going to be pretty fun. So check that out. So that makes it in an hour on the live stream. It's pretty cool. Once again, it's going to be pretty epic this week. Got the launch of platform, and it's sort of a two parts on that, so it's going to be fun. And yeah, really cool. Converting that to dollars is tough because it depends how many inputs your transaction involves. True, that's that Bitcoin fees. Thanks for watching, and I'll be doing the auction close tonight, so we'll be probably do a smaller one, maybe 15 minutes, because tomorrow's auction, end of auction, will be the opening up of the 5th venture capital auction. So I'll do another nice extended live stream on there, probably a similar time, an hour and a quarter, something like that. And then obviously we'll do the longer, even slightly longer one for the close, which is so much fun. And I'll probably start that a little earlier. It's always good to see what happens, but the demand's been so high that the actual auction, a lot of the auction often sells up well before we even get close to the sniping hour or the final moments of the auction. So pretty neat. All right, well, have a good day, and I'll see you on Discord. Thanks for watching, And thanks, Alex, again for moderation. And we will catch you on the next one. I've just got to find out where my channel thing. Oh, don't allow. So we'll just get out of there, and I'm going to go to the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, onwards and upwards. And never fear, Alex is here. How about that one? That's pretty good. All right, catch you guys. See ya.